Hey everybody, welcome into this new format for EXP University. I'm excited to be able to share this with you all today and in the future. It's great that this is going to be available to you all. Just want to get this out there and just say thank you to EXP University for having me come in and do this. I really appreciate it. Anytime I get the opportunity to provide feedback and provide value to real estate agents, I always take the advantage to do that. So I want to jump in today and really just talk about this is an important time for us. Now, I say this is Winning the War, your strategic battle plan for 2026. It's very important. There is a workbook that goes along with that. If you scan this QR code right here, you will be able to download the workbook that goes along with this. You don't need it to walk along with it as we go through it, but it will be great for you for homework to be able to go back, look at, write some notes in, write some goals down, and we're going to talk about discussing some goals and some other things. So, this session is more than tactics. It's about combining strategy, emotional intelligence, and discipline to go along with it. So I say all these things because your head, your heart, and your hustle are how you win long term. And I know this says your strategic battle plan for 2026, but this will go longer than that. And this can be done over and over again, several different times. Different ways to go about it. But again, this is Winning the War, your strategic battle plan for 2026, but this could carry into 2027 and all those things. And one of the things that I've been able to do over the last few months is I've spent over 20 years as a high school basketball coach too. So those of you that don't know me, I spent a lot of years coaching high school basketball, won a state championship. And, that was my moment that I had that gratitude to be able to provide that value to those kids. But then, taking that to the next level and providing that same value to realtors. How can I learn something and then give it back? And that's one of the things I've done. And over the past year, I've really done a deep dive into AI and taken what I've learned from emotional intelligence and my vast background in emotional intelligence and combining that with artificial intelligence. And the great thing about that part is now these things are starting to mesh and come together, which provides us so much more information, ideas where to get them, and to go from there. So as we dive into this strategic battle plan today, I want you all to take some notes, write some things down, and if you ever have questions, you can reach out to me on social medias, theeliteedgenetwork.com. You can find me there. That's where we handle the podcast, the real estate, and the coaching all happens there, and it's theeliteedgenetwork.com. So again, scan that QR code. That will get you the workbook as we go through this today. And just to jump into it right now, we're going to talk about like what your call to arms is, right? We see so many things happening in the market right now. The market has changed, have you? It's a simple question right there on the screen. Inflation, tech disruption, AI shifts, agent burnout. We've seen it all. So let's just be real. Let's just be real. The market has changed. Interest rates, inflation, technology, and yes, even burnout are squeezing agents like never before. But here's the truth, like tough markets don't kill business. Complacency is what kills the business. So we're not here to complain about the storm. We're here to learn how to fight in it. And it always brings me back to a story that I love to share about, this market is tough, but the real war is often inside of us. But, again, if you know the story of the buffalo, when a storm is coming in, and buffalo are out on the plains, and a storm starts to roll in, the buffalo don't turn and run from the storm. They actually turn and run toward the storm. And the reason they do that is because they're in the storm for less time that way. So, yeah, it is hard to get into the storm, but they're going to get through it faster by running toward it because the storm is moving towards them. They're moving toward it, and then it's gone faster. So the buffalo becomes a very important part of the story when we talk about getting through these storms. And yeah, there's different storms of life and there's different things that happen, but this market shift has really changed it, and it really has changed the market. And are you able to adapt to the storm that's happened right now? Do you have the people around you supporting you to help you get through the storm? And then who is that person that you want to be? And we're going to talk about all that today. And we're going to really dive into this. And we're going to show you how you become the person you want to be. Now, there's a war that we're fighting. And listen, knowledge is everywhere. We're stepping into a battlefield right now that's more complex than it's ever been. Buyers and sellers are more educated. AI is automating everything. And the agent who is just waiting for business, they're already out of business. That's it. The ones that are just sitting around waiting for a deal to fall out of the sky, they're already out of business, right? They're already out of the fight. To win in 2026 and going into the future, you need clarity. And clarity starts with knowing there's 3 battlefronts. All right. Buyers and sellers are more educated than ever. Think about this. People aren't Googling things anymore. They're going straight to ChatGPT. They're putting in who is the best agent in my area. That's one. The next thing they're putting in is, here's my address. What's the value of my home? They're absolutely putting that in. So as a coach, as an agent, as a coach for a lot of agents across this country, one of the things I have always taught was you need to know what the Zestimate is before you walk into the house, because that's what your client's going to know. They're going to know what the Zestimate is. All right. So they're more educated than ever. They can literally go to ChatGPT, learn how to write a contract, learn how to do all the things. They're going to do it. So they're going to figure it out. So your agents or your clients are going to know more than they ever have before. So they're armed with information. And so your advantage has to become your client service. You have to be able to do more than put a lockbox on the house and plant a sign in the front yard and be able to open lockboxes. There has to be more to it than that. And our competition isn't other agents. Your competition is absolutely your complacency. And if you're complacent with where you're at, you're going to start to lose ground. And then the burnout's going to start to settle in. And then when the burnout starts to settle in, that builds up very, very quickly and puts a lot of weight on your shoulders. And the AI and automation are powerful tools, very, very powerful tools. But you have to look at them as tools, not at anything else. They are very, very, very much so tools that are going to help you automate everything. They're going to help you rewrite some things. They're going to absolutely do all these things for you. But those who ignore them, they're going to lose ground. And if you're one of those people out there right now that hasn't really adapted to AI yet, or you're just getting your listing description from there, that's okay. But now it's time to step up and really start utilizing AI. And there's EXP University. You can go on EXP University. There's plenty of information there on AI and what's happening with it. There's some AI courses within EXP University. You can reach out to us at the Elite Edge Network about AI and what we're doing, because we're developed. It's called the Human Plus thing that we've done. So those are what's happening right now. That's the war that we're absolutely fighting right now. And knowledge is everywhere, and complacency is deadly. So that is the absolute war that we are fighting right now, 100%. And there's 3 fronts of this, okay? There's 3 fronts, the 3 battlegrounds of real estate that every agent fights, these 3 external battles every day, okay? Your revenue. Revenue fuels your survival. We all do this to make money. We all are in this to make money. Yes, we are in it to help people 100%. We are a service-based industry, absolutely. But we also all are doing this for survival. We are doing this to pay our mortgage. We're doing this to pay our car notes. We're doing this to, provide for our families. We are absolutely doing this. So our revenue, our cash flow is our oxygen. And your recruitment builds leverage. Now, I want to be very crystal clear on this. Recruitment doesn't always mean just trying to recruit agents. Recruitment is also, this front is also your networks. It's building leverage. It is recruiting clients for your business as well. Okay. So how are you attracting, how are you bringing in clients to use your services? So how are you recruiting agents? Are you building teams? Are you building a referral network of agents? Do you have agents that you can refer business to in other states? Because your family may or may not, or friends may or may not just be in one area, that you can help them in other areas. That's your recruitment. You're building a team of other agents, of people that you can refer business to. And the third front is your reputation. Your reputation builds trust and it builds attraction. It's going to build the clients that are going to be attracted to use your services to help them buy or sell a home. Right? It's going to be those agents you're going to attract that because you've helped them through a transaction. You've been on the other side of a deal and they liked how you handled yourself. That's your reputation. Now, your brand is your shield. And what happens a lot of times is agents will get caught up in their logo, right? So I don't want you to think your brand is your logo. That's not what your brand is. You make the logo. Okay? You make the logo. The brand does not make you. You make the brand. So what is your brand? And your brand can become your shield. And your brand is what people talk about when you're not in that room. That's your reputation. That's your brand. That's your shield. That's what people say about you when you're not around. What does that look like? What does that sound like? Are people saying the right things? Are you the agent that people are referring? Are you the agent that your friends and family always refer to? Or are you not? What's your reputation? What's your brand? Right? And again, it doesn't matter the logo. You make the logo. The logo does not make you. So I can't be much more clear than that. That you make the logo. Now, there's a fourth front to this. And the fourth is probably the most important one to all of it. It's yourself. It's the most ignored, but most important front. And if you're drained, burned out, misaligned, your other three, your revenue, your recruitment, your reputation, all will start to crumble. And mastering yourself is the foundation of long-term success. It's the foundation. And us as real estate agents, we should know enough about foundations, right? If that house is built on a good, firm, strong foundation, everything else will take care of itself, right? If we're built on a good, strong foundation, everything else will stack and take care of itself. Now, normally I don't do this, but I'm going to read this paragraph right here. Mastering the battlefield starts with mastering yourself. Emotional resilience keeps you steady when the market shakes. Self-awareness helps you see where you're winning or slipping. And discipline with balance ensures you can push hard without burning out. Now, we've all been in enough seminars and enough masterminds and enough groups and enough talks to remember the oxygen mask in the airplane. The oxygen mask in the airplane, right? The oxygen mask comes down. They tell you put the oxygen mask on yourself first before you take care of the people next to you. Put it on yourself first. And that's because if you go without oxygen, and the person next to you is without oxygen, but you're capable of putting that mask on and they're not, well, if you start messing with that, well, you're both going to die. So there's no sense in that. Put it on yourself first, then save them. All right? And that's exactly what this is talking about. So the fourth front is yourself. And if you don't master that, all the other ones will collapse and they just will not take care of themselves. So you have to take care of yourself first. And we're going to talk about all this as we're getting into this. Now, success starts with who you want to be. Are you striving to be an expert, a servant leader, a person of integrity? See, that decision shapes everything. Who do you want to be? Decide who you want to be, show it daily, do the work, and then you get to have. See, in our society right now, we try to do this backwards sometimes. We try to jump right to the have, right? The results, the money, the freedom. We try to jump to the end of the line really quick. And we can't do that, right? We have to stay intact. We have to stay in alignment with this, and the have can't come first. It always comes last. Okay? So that can't come first. It always has to come last. So you have to decide your identity. Who do you want to be? Now, the great news for those of you that are going to stick around here till the end, we're going to show you how you can utilize AI to help you get through this. Because a lot of times we look at this and say, I don't know, where do I start? Who do I decide to be? What am I doing here, right? So they decide who you have. So we're going to decide your identity. Then you show, then repetition build mastery, right? Who you are must be modeled repeatedly. See, as a basketball coach, practice doesn't make perfect. I know we've heard that a lot. Practice doesn't make perfect. You know what makes perfect? Perfect. Practice makes perfect. Over and over. It's what builds mastery. It's what builds credibility. So the show part is just your repetition. What am I doing every day? Am I prospecting every day? Am I looking for new clients every day? Am I out here trying to get business every day? Am I living life like a realtor, or who that person I want to be, right? What's that person I want to be? So just that repetition of who I want to be. Then comes do. So it's taking the right actions every day with diligence, prospecting, follow-up, content, the small things just done consistently. You just have to do the small things consistently. I talk about this with agents all the time, stacking small wins, right? The do is the stacking small wins, right? Consistent actions. It's doing the small things over and over again. I talk a lot about getting 1% better every day. And if you can get 1% better every day, if I was better, 1% better today than I was yesterday, if I had 2 more conversations today than I had yesterday, how much better will my business be? And then, and only then, do you get to have results. See, the money, the numbers, the freedom, they never come first. They always follow who you are, what you model, and what you do. So I'm going to say that for you again. The numbers, the money, they never lead, they always follow. So once you decide who you want to be, you show it on a daily, you do the daily disciplines, then you get to have. And see, it can't go any other direction than that. So once you decide who you be, how you show it, when do you do it, you get to then have. Okay? And like I said, hold on tight, because we're going to show you exactly how we do this using AI. Okay? Utilizing our AI, we're going to show you how to do this. Now, we're going to talk about those 3 fronts that we had. See, that first one, when we talk about be, show, do, have, that is you. That is mastering you. Now, how do we get this? How do we have the do and the show? So prospecting discipline equals survival. We know this. Prospecting is absolute oxygen. Daily prospecting keeps your business alive. And in that workbook you downloaded at the QR code at the beginning, that there's a 60-day elite scorecard in there that will help keep you consistent and accountable, because you're going to start tracking your own numbers. And again, these are not my numbers. These are going to be your numbers, the numbers that you come up with, the numbers that you decide, the goals that you want to hit are going to be yours 100%. And then our scripts create conversations, but our empathy seals the deal. So scripts create conversations, conversations equal closings. And again, those go in that sequential order. Your scripts make your conversations get to closings. And that is your revenue front. Those are the things that you have to do. Consistency and empathy keep deals alive. And scripts create conversation, but empathy absolutely seals the deal. Now, if we talk back to our recruitment front, attraction over chasing, right? Recruitment is not just about vanity, it's about leadership. And I want to be clear again on this. When I talk about leadership with agents, they think, oh, I have to start a team or I have to do. No, that's not. We are leading our clients every day through transactions. Now, you may be a leader as well, right? And you may be a leader as well, but the recruiting is not about vanity, it's about leadership. And people will if they're going to follow you, they're going to be attracted to you. Again, that beats me chasing them around everywhere. Leaders multiply by investing in people. And it's not even a financial investment, it's a knowledge investment. So we are leading our clients through transactions all the time. You are a leader in this business. Everybody, we all are. Now, our EXP model gives us the model, the culture that sustains growth. It enables scale. You have everything at your fingertips. You have everything at your fingertips. So the EXP model enables us to scale. We have EXP University. We have FastCap. We have Fast Attract. We have all the systems and processes and everything that you need. But we know if you build people, it's going to help you build wealth. It's going to be that same thing when we talk about be, show, do, have. People are attracted to people that are finding success. And you build people that's going to help you build wealth. Now, you might say, well, I don't know if I want to recruit. Look, this is not about, again, recruiting. It's about attracting. Attract people by showing up authentically and investing in their dreams. Whether that's a client or whether that's an agent. Either way, you show up and you attract people by showing up authentically and helping invest in their dreams. Not what you're putting out to them, but investing in what they actually want to do. Okay, and we're going to talk again as we're going through this. This is all about how we're going to do it. And then we're going to actually show you how to do it. The reputation front is, visibility builds awareness, but authenticity builds trust. You have to control the narrative of what you're putting out there as far as content goes, because that's going to be your reputation. Your content equals your credibility. But your content can also equal like not so good things. Okay? Because you got to be putting good content out. Social proof over self-promotion. This is a big one. And it's one we all have a tendency to forget about and let slide to the side. And that's our testimonials, referrals, reviews. Okay? When you're working with clients, are you asking for testimonials? Are you asking for their reviews? Are you asking for referrals? See, testimonials and reviews will speak louder than any self-promotion you can put out there. I don't care how much AI you're using. I don't care how much stuff you're putting in Sora. It doesn't matter. But testimonials and reviews will obviously all the time speak louder than self-promotion. So if you have a client that would actually do a video for you and put that out on social media, that would be even better. But if for now, just go to your Google page, make sure you got a Google My Business page, make sure that people are going there, giving you referrals, giving you testimonials, giving you reviews. And then storytelling is what drives attraction, both with agents and with clients. See, storytelling makes you more memorable and magnetic. Growing up, my grandfather and I were like best friends. He was one of the best storytellers I ever knew. And he could tell a story, and you guys, you get older, it's BS and it's not real. But the way the story drives attraction, you wanted to lean in and listen to the story. So learning how to be a storyteller, right? Telling stories about your transactions, telling stories to clients about, this last agent I worked with, or with agents about clients, or any one of the things, you just go ahead and pick, but telling a story. Because there's an old saying that I know, and some of you may know, but stories tell, facts sell. Right? I'm going to say that again for us. Facts tell, stories sell. Facts are fact. We can't change the facts. A fact is a fact. It is what it is. That is the tell. See, the story is what sells it. The story is what sells it. So storytelling drives attraction. It makes people want to see you. If you're telling a story on social media, if you're telling a story at a party, if you're telling a story at a mastermind group, people want to lean in. It drives attraction. Okay? So that's your reputation front. Are you a good storyteller? What does your content look like? Do you have social proof out there? Other than saying, I had another closing today, sold it, right? Like, got another. No, what is the social proof over self-promotion? Okay? So that's your reputation front. Now, let's talk about your weapons of mass production. The right tools and mentors turn consistency into dominance. Tools create leverage. Your CRM organizes and drives your pipeline efficiency. We've got the wonderful opportunity to have a choice of 3 CRMs. There's an AI vault that gives you unlimited content with less stress. And coaching and mentorship absolutely bring accountability and clarity. So those are your weapons of mass production. Those are your weapons. You should be keeping your elite scorecard. You should be having a scorecard on your desk or on your wall every day. Then your CRM of choice. I've had a lot of agents ask me which one is the best. The one that's the best is the one that you're actually going to use. Okay? It's the one you're actually going to use. You should be setting up, this is a great time of year right now to be doing this, but drip campaigns. What's my follow-up look like? Am I automating as much as I possibly can to take this off my shoulders? Right? How much can I automate to get this off my shoulder? Well, my CRM will help me automate a lot of these things. Text messages, emails, right? It can help build that. The AI storytelling vault. Yeah, you go to eliteedgenetwork.com, you can get the AI storytelling vault there. But the story, that's just going to give you some prompts and some ideas of what stories, how should I be going about this? And then one of the most things is the coaching and mentorship. If you don't have a coach or mentor, somebody you can look up to in this business, somebody you can lean on, a coworker, a peer, again, it can be somebody that's been in the business for a while that they're just helping you out. Whatever that is. Find a coach and some mentorship. It's absolutely crucial to what you do. It's crucial to what we all do, right? So I still have a coach that I see on a weekly basis. So don't think that all of us just at some point go, I'm a coach now, I don't need any of that. No. We always need it. We always need it. We always need that mentorship. We always need that coaching. All right? And the mental warfare that goes on. Internal battles are normal. Don't ignore them. Okay? They're normal. Don't ignore them. Discipline keeps you moving beyond feelings. And again, I'm going to read this here. Fear, shame, and doubt aren't weaknesses. They're signals pointing to where you need to grow. Discipline will carry you further than motivation, and a clear sense of purpose is the only true antidote to burnout. And I'm going to let that resonate with you guys for a second, and gals. Now, here's the last piece of this. And this is where your mental warfare you can really start to take advantage of your mental warfare and put you in the right mindset for what you want to do. Again, based on your goals, not mine, not Joe Smith, not Steve and Sandy, whoever. It's your goals are your goals, my goals are my goals. They may not be the same. They may not be aligned. I don't know. But when your purpose is bigger than the paycheck, the burnout loses power. So when your purpose is bigger than that paycheck, burnout loses power. So again, it goes back to that. Who do you want to be? What's my purpose? Then how do I show, do, and then have? Then how do I do that part? So I want us to now think about, all right, what are my deployment orders? What am I doing? Execution wins wars. Tactical execution separates talkers from doers. And see, I alluded to this before about, we go to seminars, or we go to a mastermind, or we go to a panel, anything, we go see any of these things. And then we get done and we're ready to go. We're ready to do something. But it's the end of the day of that day, and I'm not doing anything with it. And then what happens? I put it on a shelf. It sits over here. I've got some really good notes. But if I don't put them into, tactical execution, none of it's going to matter. I can give you a million things to do as a realtor, but if you don't do any of them, that's not on me. That's on you as a realtor, right? So you have some tactical orders now. Here's your orders. Emotional orders protect you from burnout and keep you resilient. The tactical execution separates the talkers from the doers. So the tactical orders, a 30-day prospecting sprint. I want you to get in the habits over the next 30 days. That's in your workbook that you downloaded. But in that, there's a 30-day prospecting sprint. Get it, read it, learn it, get the prospecting sprint going today. You guys can literally walk out of here at any point and get this today. It will work starting right now. Then the second thing is I want you to do one video weekly. Now, the video that you're going to be sharing weekly can be a market update. It could be anything, home owners associate insurance, whether that's you're sitting down with a builder or a loan officer, whatever. But one video a week. Then I want you to recruit one agent. You've had a deal this year. You've sat across from somebody. You may have a couple in mind. And then your daily scorecard. Make sure you're filling out your daily scorecard. It is in that book as well. But the book that you downloaded at the beginning, it is in that, the daily scorecard is in there. But now your emotional orders will protect you from burnout and keep you resilient. And your orders are to journal your wins every day. So take some time, journal your wins. At nighttime, I keep a book and a pen on my nightstand, and at night before I go to bed, I open it up and I put a couple words in there. I'm thankful for whatever, and then it goes back to my mom and dad. And so those are always there. All right. So journal your wins daily. Schedule recovery. Schedule recovery days, right? Schedule some time to spend with yourself, family, spouse, whoever, no one, I don't know. But schedule some recovery time, because that's going to help you get rid of some of this burnout that you've probably been feeling, okay? Then peer check-ins weekly. I want you to find a peer, find a person, find someone near you or far away from you. It really doesn't matter because we have this technology now. But a peer check-in that happens weekly. So all 5 of us are going to whatever place, okay? So whether we're in different places now, but what are my peers checking in on me? What are those 5 people that I'm with? They're going to check on me, or I'm going to check on them. Make sense? All right. So the peer check-ins weekly. And if you do both of these things, if you do the tactical orders and start implementing things today, and you do the emotional orders and you do both of these things today, you'll not just survive, you will thrive in 2026. Now, in closing, I would like to just say, win the market, win yourself in 2026. This war is about becoming a better leader, not just a better agent. Winning requires a blend of strategy and a mindset, and emotional intelligence. And when we elevate ourselves, we elevate the entire industry, everybody. We absolutely can. A rising tide lifts all ships. We absolutely will have that. When we elevate ourselves, we elevate the entire industry. Okay? Now that QR code there will get you into Elite Edge Network community. And inside the community, there's more material. There's some more ideas that we've come up with that we've been working on our Human Plus for a while. Okay? So we've been working on the Human Plus for a long time, and we've come up with some really good things. Emotional intelligence, artificial intelligence, we're combining those. And specifically today, we're talking about the Be Show Do Have portion of it. Okay? And then let's talk about the strategy and emotional intelligence, right? Winning requires a blend of strategy, mindset, and emotional intelligence. So go ahead, scan that QR code. That will get you into the Elite Edge Network community, where we share way more information than ever. Okay? Now, for those of you that stuck around, here's what I tell you. Now, this is in your workbook too. Don't tell everybody, but it's in your workbook too. But this is a prompt for you to throw into ChatGPT. And again, I say ChatGPT because I use ChatGPT. There's no other reason for it than anything. It's just that's what I use. I think it's the best one. But here's the prompt. This is exactly how I want you to put this in. Act as Jimmy Nelson from the Elite Edge Network, a championship coach who blends discipline, strategy, and emotional intelligence. I want you to analyze where I am in my real estate business and help me create my own Be Show Do Have plan. So here's what's going to happen. It's going to help you define who you need to be, and you're going to put this whole everything in. You just copy this entire thing and put it into your chat. Help me define who I need to be, identity, mindset, values. It's going to ask you those questions. Show me how to show up as that person daily. List the top 5 daily actions I must do to grow my business. And explain what I will have if I stay consistent for 60 days. So it's going to explain what I will have and stay consistent for 60 days. Now, here's the trick. Here's what I want you to do. After you do this one, I want you to put this prompt in. Explain to me what I will not have if I don't stay consistent for 60 days. And then build me a short recruitment front strategy, how I can attract agents by showing leadership instead of chasing them. And then finally, coach me through a mental warfare check-in. Ask me 3 tough but encouraging questions that reveal what's holding me back mentally or emotionally. Now, I will tell you this. When you're working with chat, and it's going to come back with some questions with this, right? You're going to have questions with this. It's going to need to ask you more questions. So that's what this is doing, sparking a conversation. But I urge you all to not just type your answers back in. I urge you all to click the little microphone button and talk back to your chat. Talk back to it. You've got plenty of time to do this, right? But put this in so you can copy this whole entire thing, put it in, right? And coach me through a mental warfare check and ask me 3 tough. But here's what I want you to do. Don't type them back in. Hit the dictate button, talk them back in, have a conversation with. Because see, we talk and type a little bit differently. So I really want you guys to think about this, and gals to think about this, about how can I create my own be, show, do, have. Here it is. Here's how you're going to create it right here. Now, it may ask you who you want to be. That's the decision you're going to have to make. Who do I want to be? So do some research on, potentially who you want to be, why you want to be it. Get there, and let's see if we can do that together. All right? Let's see if we can get that together. Now, I want to say a deep-hearted thank you very, very much for having me on today and keeping this thing going. I appreciate EXP and EXP University so much. I value everything that they provide to us as agents. I value all the things that they do for us. And I just want to say thank you from the bottom of my heart for allowing me a stage where I can share this and share this information with you. Okay? And I can share this information with you. I want you to scan that QR code. It gets you into the Elite Edge Network community. Join the community. We share a ton of information there. We put a lot of heart and effort into it. And when I say we, I really mean me. It's just this how it works. But scan that QR code. It gets you into EXP, EliteEdgeNetwork.com community. Put this prompt in. Take this prompt, plug it in, see what happens, see what it comes up with. But don't forget, talk to it, okay? Talk to it. You guys see, I like messing with AI with all my pictures I have in here. I'm half RoboCop on that one. So, again, I appreciate everything. I appreciate you guys sticking around till the end and watching it. You can find me wherever you find social medias. You can find Jimmy Nelson Real Estate, anywhere on all the social medias. On TikToks, it's Coach Jimmy Nelson. You can find me anywhere on social media. But like and follow the Elite Edge Network on YouTube and the Elite Real Estate Podcast, wherever you find podcasts. I appreciate you guys. Thank you very much. And we'll talk to you all soon.